so faith I'll not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's servingmen than she ever bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see thee, the wild old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her toward you.
Slight, will you make an ass of me?
She did show favor to the youth in your sight only to exasperate you, to put fire in your heart. You should have then accosted her, and with some excellent jest, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was bought. You are now sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt.
Challenge the Count's youth to a fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of it.
There's no other way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in a martial hand. Be cursed and brief. Taunt him with a license of ink. Go about it.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call thee. Go!
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I have been dear to him, lad. Some 2,000 strong or so.
We shall have a rare letter from him, but you will not deliver it.
Never trust me then. And by all means stir the youth to an answer. For Andrew, if he were opened and you should find so much blood in his liver as would clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
If you will laugh yourselves into stitches, follow me. Yon gull Malvolio is turned heathen. He's in yellow stockings.
Him cross-gartered?
He does obey every point I dropped in the letter to betray him. Oh, I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him. If she do, he'll smile and take it for a great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you. As soon as you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire more sharp than filed steel did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn me to a longer voyage. But jealousy what might befall your travel, being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger unguided and unfriended often prove rough and unhospitable.
My kind Antonio, I could no other answer make but thanks. And thanks. And ever thanks. So, what's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Let's first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and this long tonight. I pray you, let us go
Will
see
you
it.
pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Count, his galleys, I did some service of such note, indeed, that were I ta'en here, it would not scarce be answered.
Belike you slew great number of his people.
The offense is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the quality of the time and quarrel might well have given us bloody argument. If I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk the open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. In south suburbs by the Elephant is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, while you beguile the time and feed your knowledge with viewings of the town. There shall you have me.
Why I your purse?
Haply your eye shall light upon some toy you have desired to purchase. And your store, I think, is not for idle markets, sir.
I will be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? Where is Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in very strange manner. He is sure possessed.
Why? What's the matter?
He does nothing but smile, madam. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you if he come. For sure the man is tainted in his wits.
Go call him hither. I am as mad as he. If sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady.
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cause. But what of that?
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my leg.
Dost thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed, my sweetheart, and I'll
Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hands?
How do you, Malvolio?
At your
your request, yes, and a nightingale's answer daws.
Oh, I hear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady.
Be not afraid of greatness, 'twas well writ.
What meanst thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great, some achieve greatness,
What sayst
and
thou?
some have greatness thrust upon them.
Restore thee!
Remember who commanded thy yellow stockings.
Thy yellow
And
stockings.
wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. Go
Cross-gartered?
to, thou art made if thou desirest to be so.
Am I maid?
If not, let me see thee a servant still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino's is returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where is my cousin, lady? Let some of my people have a special care of him.
Do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose that I may appear stubborn to him. For she incites me to that in the letter. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. I have limed her, but it is Jove's doing. And to Jove make me thankful. And when she went away now, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, but fellow. Why? Everything adheres together, that no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospects of my hopes. But Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Praise he in the name of sanctity. I'll speak to him.
Oh, there he is. There he is. How is it with you, sir? How is it with you, man?
Go off, I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did not I tell you, Sir Toby, my lady, praise you have a care of him.
Aha, does she so?
Go to, peace, peace. We must deal gently with him. How now, Malvolio? How is't with you?
Do you know what you say?
What man defy the devil?
Oh, you speak ill of the devil, how he takes it at heart. Oh, Sir Toby, pray to God he be not bewitched. My lady would not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord.
I prithee hold thy peace. Do not see how you move him? Let me alone with him. How now, my bawcock? How dost thou chuck?
Sir.
I biddy come with me.
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby, get him to pray.
My prayers minx?
Oh, no, I warned you, he will not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves, all. You are idle, shallow things, none of you. You shall know more of me hereafter.
Is possible?
If it were played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as an improbable fiction.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and taint.
We shall make him mad indeed.
Oh, the house will be the quieter.
Come, we'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already of the belief that he's mad. We may carry it thus for our pleasure, and his penance till our very pastime, tired out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on him. But see,
More matter for May morning.
Here is the challenge. Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Ah, is't I warrant him. Do but read.
give me. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note, one that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief, and to exceedingly good sense. Bless.
How away, lady, going home, where be thy chance to kill me? Thou kill'st me like a rogue and a villain.
Still you keep over the windy side of the law. Good!
Fare thee well, and may God have mercy upon one of our souls, thy friend as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it to him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. He is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew, so soon as ever thou seest him draw, and as thou drawest, swear horrible. Away!
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now will not I deliver his letter. He will find it comes from a clodpole. But, sir, I will deliver his challenge by word of mouth, set upon Agu cheek some notable report of valor, and drive the gentleman into the most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so fright them both that they will kill one another by the look, like cockatrices.
Oh, here he comes with your niece. Give them way till he take leave, and presently after him.
I will meditate the while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
I've said too much unto a heart of stone. There's something in me that reproves my fault. But such a headstrong, potent fault it is, that it but mocks reproof.
With the same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's griefs.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not, it hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny? That honor saved may upon asking give.
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How, with mine honor, may I give him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Save you, gentlemen,
And you, sir?
of what defense thou hast, but take you to it. Of what nature the wrongs are thou hast done him, I know not. But thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard's end. Thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to make.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, but take you to your guard, for your opposite hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
He is knight, but he is devil in a private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3.
This is as uncivil as strange, I beseech you. Do me the courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Senor Fabian, stay you by this gentleman till my return.
Pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, but nothing more of circumstance.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
He's indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could have possibly found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I will make him your peace if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it.
Why, man, he's a very devil. I had a pass with him, rapier, scabbard, and all, and he gives the stuck-in with such a mortal motion that it is inevitable.
Pox on it, I'll not meddle with him.
He shall not now be classified. Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Plague on it! And I thought he was so valiant, for so cunning in fence, I'd have seen him damned, or I'd have challenged him. Let him let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse.
I'll make the motion. Stand here and make a good show on it. Mary, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. I have taken up his horse for the quarrel. I have persuaded him the youth's the devil.
He is as horribly conceited of him.
There is no remedy. He will, for his honor's sake, have one bout with you. He hath but bethought him of this quarrel, and finds that now scarce to be worth talking of. Therefore draws the portents of his vow. He protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground. You see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew, there is no remedy. The gentleman will, for oath's sake, have one bout with you. He cannot avoid it. But he has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, that he will not hurt you. Come on, to it!
Pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword. This young gentleman have done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
Why, what are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to you, he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, then I am for you.
comes the officers.
I'll be with you anon.
Pray, sir, put your sword up, if you please.
Marry will I, sir, and for that I promised, I'll be good as my word. He shall bear you easily and reigns well.
This is the man. Do thy office.
Antonio, I arrest thee at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no jot. I know your favor well, though thou you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you. But there is no remedy I shall answer. What will you do now? My necessity makes me to ask you for my purse. It grieves me much more for what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you have showed me here, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. Hold, here's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest that it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses that I have done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature.
Oh, heavens themselves.
Come, sir, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death. Relieved him with such sanctity of love and to his image, which methought most venerable worth did I devotion.
What is that to us? The time goes by. Away.
But oh, how vile and idle proves this God. Thou hast Sebastian done good feature shame.
The man grows mad. Away with him. Come, come, sir.
Lead me on.
He named Sebastian. I, my brother, know, yet living in my glass. Even such and so, in favor was my brother, and he went still in this fashion, color, ornament, for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove, tempests are kind, and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest, paltry boy, for his cowardship as Fabian.
A coward. A most devout coward. Religious in it.
Slid, I'll after him again and beat him.
Do, love him soundly, but never draw thy sword.
And I do not.
Come, let's see the event.
I dare lay any money, 'twill be nothing yet.
Will you make me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well held out, in faith. No, I do not know you, nor I am not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her, nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I pray thee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly? He has heard that word of some great man and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I pray thee, depart from me. There is money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men that give fools money get themselves a good report.
Now, sir, have I met you again. And there's for thee.
Why? And there's for thee.
Oh!
And there.
Oh!
Are all the people mad?
Hold, sir, this will I tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for tuppence.
Monster, hold!
Nay, let him alone. I'll go another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria. Though I struck him first, yet it's no matter for that.
Let go thy hand.
Come, sir, I will not let you
I
go.
will be free from thee. Oh, who's thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, draw thy sword.
Nay, but I must have an ounce or two of this malware blood from you.
Hold, Toby! On thy life I charge thee, hold!
Madam.
Will it be ever thus? Ungracious wretch, out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Rudesby, be gone! I prithee, gentle friend, let thy hair wisdom, not thy passion sway, in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house. Do not deny, he shrew his soul for me. He started one poor heart of mine in thee.
Or else is in this. How runs the stream? Well, I am mad, or else this is a dream. Let fancy steal my sense. in leafy steep. If it be thus to dream still, let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee, wouldst thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be.
Nay, I prithee, put on this gown and this beard. Make him believe thou art Sir Topaz, the curate. Do it quickly, I'll call Sir Toby the whilst.
Well, I'll put it on, and I will dissemble myself in it, and I would I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown. The competitors enter.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Sir Toby. For as the old hermit of Prague that never saw pen and ink very wittily said to a niece of King Gorboduc, that is, so I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson, for what is that but that, and is but is.
To him, Sir Topaz.
What ho, I say, peace in this prison.
The knave counterfeits well a good knave.
Who calls there?
Sir Topaz, the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio, the lunatic.
Sir Topaz, good Sir Topaz, go to my lady.
Out, hyperbolical fiend! How vexest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Sir
Well
Topaz.
said, Master Parson.
Sir Topaz, never was man thus wronged. Good Sir Topaz, do not think I am mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Fly, thou dishonest Satan! Sayest thou that house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Why, it hath bay windows, transparent as barricadoes, and yet complainst thou of obstruction.
I am not mad, Sir Topaz. I say to you, this house is dark.
Madman thou errest. I say there is no darkness but ignorance.
And I say this house is dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say never was man thus abused. I am no more mad than you are. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wildfowl?
That the soul of our grandam might happily inhabit a bird.
What thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think nobly of the soul, and in no way approve his opinion.
Fare thee well, remain thou still in darkness. Thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras, ere I will allow of thy wit. Fare thee well.
Sir Topaz,
My most exquisite Sir Topaz.
Nay, I am for all waters.
Thou mightst have done this without thy beard and gown. He sees thee not.
To him in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou find'st him. I would we were well rid of this knavery. Come by and by to my chamber.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does. My lady's unkind party, alas, why is she
Fool,
so? She loves
Fool, I
another.
say.
Who calls, huh?
good fool, as ever thou wilt deserve well at my hand, help me to a candle and pen, ink and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be grateful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
Aye, good fool.
Alas, sir, how fell you beside your 5 wits?
Fool, never was man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
But as well, then you are mad indeed, if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
They have here propertied me, send ministers to me, asses, and to do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise you what you say, the minister is here. Malvolio, Malvolio, thy wits the heavens restore. Endeavor thyself to sleep, and leave thy vain bibble babble.
Sir Topaz.
Maintain no words with him, good fellow. Who, I, sir? Not I, sir. God be with you, good Sir Topaz. Marry, amen. I will, sir, I will.
Fool, say.
Alas, sir, be patient. What say you, sir? I am shent for speaking with you.
Good fool, help me to some light and some paper. I tell thee, I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
On the day that you were, sir.
By this hand I am. Good fool, help me to some ink and some paper, and convey what I will set down to my lady. It shall advantage thee more than ever the bearing of letter did.
I will help you to it. But tell me true, are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll ne'er believe a madman till I see his brains. I will fetch you light, and paper, and ink.
Fool, I'll requite it in the highest degree. I pity be gone.
I am gone, sir, and anon, sir, I'll be with you again. In a trice like to the old vice your need to sustain, who with dagger of life in his rage and his wrath cries oh to the devil, like a mad lad, pare thy nails, dad. Adieu, good man, devil.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it. And though this wonder that enwraps me thus, yet this not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant, yet there he was. And there I found his credit, that he did range the town to seek me out. He's come so now, might do me golden service, for though my soul dispute well with my sense, yet this might be some error, but no madness. Does this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all incidents, all discourse, that I'm ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with the reason that persuades me to any other trust, but that I am mad, or else the lady's mad. Yet, if 'twere so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back a fare and their dispatch, with such a smooth, discreet and stable bearing, as I perceive she does. There's something in it that's deceivable. I hear the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine, if you mean well. Now go with me, and with this holy man, into the chancery by, there before him, and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. What do you say?
I will follow this good man and go with you. And having your truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine, that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now, as thou lovest me, let me see that letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
Belong you to the Lady Olivia, friend?
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly I am an ass, so that by my foes, sir, I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused. So that conclusions to be as kisses, if your 4 negatives make your 2 affirmatives, why then the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Why, this is excellent.
By my troth, no, though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
But that it would be double dealing, sir, I would you could make it another.
There's another. If you will let your lady know I am here to speak with her, and bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
Let your bounty take a nap. I will awake it anon.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well. A baubling vessel was he captain of, with which such scatheful grapple did he make, with the most noble bottom of our fleet, that very envy in the tongue of loss cried fame and honor on him. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the Phoenix and her fraud from Candy. And this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private gravel did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not what 'twas, but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, whom thou in terms so bloody and so dear hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess on base and ground enough, Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither, that most ingrateful boy there by her side. From the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was, his life I gave him, and did thereto add my love. Without retention or restraint, all his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself. Peer for his love into the danger of this adverse town, drew to defend him when he was beset. Where being apprehended his false cunning, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to grow me out of his acquaintance, and grew a 20 years removed thing. While one would wink, denied me my own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and 4 3 months before, no interim, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me. But more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would, my lord, but that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam,
Gracious Olivia!
What do you say, Cesario? Good, my lord.
my lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel?
Still so constant, lord.
What, to perverseness?
You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul the faithfulst offerings hath breathed out, that ere devotion tendered, what shall I do?
Even what it please, my lord, that shall become him.
Why should I not, had I the heart to do it, kill what I love? A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this, since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you the marble-breasted tyrant still. For this your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye, where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jocund, apt, and willingly to do you rest, 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love, more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all mores than e'er I shall love wife. If I do fain, you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I me detested, how am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come, away!
Whither, my lord, Cesario?
Husband, stay!
My husband, can he that deny?
Her husband, Zero!
No, my lord, not I.
Fear not, Cesario, take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowst thou art, and then thou art as great as that thou fearst. Oh, welcome, Father! Father, I charge thee by thy reverence, here to unfold what thou dost know, hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by the interchangement of your rings, and all the ceremony of this compact sealed in my function, by my testimony, since when my watch hath told me toward my grave, I have traveled but 2 hours.
Oh, thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou be when time hath sowed a grizzle to thy case? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet henceforth where thou and I may never meet.
My lord, I do protest! Oh, do not swear! Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon! Presently to Sir Toby! Has broke my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario.
Ah, fledglings, here he is. You have broke my head across for nothing, and that I did, I was set on to do it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause. But I bespake you fair and hurt you not.
You have hurt me. Here comes Sir Toby halting. You shall hear more.
How now, gentlemen? How is it with you?
For one has hurt me, and there's the end on it.
Away with him. Who hath made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An ass head and a coxcomb and a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull.
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I'm sorry, madam. I have hurt your kinsman. But having been a brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and for that I do perceive it has offended you. Pardon me, sweet. Even for the vows we made each other not so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons.
Antonio? Oh, my dear Antonio, how have the hour racked and tortured me since I have lost thee?
Sebastian, are you?
Fear'st thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful!
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity in my nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what king are you to me? What countryman, what name, what parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too, so went he suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should my tear let fall upon your cheek and say thrice welcome, drawn at Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that report is lively in my soul. He finished indeed his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing left to make us happy both, but this my masculine usurped attire, do not embrace me till each circumstance of place, time, fortune do cohere and jump, that I am Viola. Which to confirm, I'll bring you to a captain in this town, where lie my maid's weeds, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All the occurrence of my fortune since have been between this lady and this lord.
So comes the lady. You have been mistook. You would have been contracted to a maid, nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are contracted both to a maid and a man.
Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood.
If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times thou never shouldst love woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep as true in soul as doth the orbed continent the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did bring me first to shore hath my maid's garments. He upon some action is now in durance at Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
He shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither. And yet, alas, now I remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he is much distract. How does he, Sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's end, as well as a man in his case may do. Has here writ a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospels, so it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open it and read it.
Look then to be well edified, when the fool delivers the madman. By the Lord, madam!
Now, art thou mad?
No, madam, I do but read madness.
Prithee, read it in thy right wit.
So I do, Madonna, but to read his right wits is to read thus. Therefore, prepend, my princess, and give ear.
Read it you, Sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know of it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses, as well as your ladyship. I have here on your own letter that induced me to the semblance that I put on, with which I doubt not to do myself much right or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my own injury. The madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
This savors not much of distraction.
See him delivered, Fabian. Bring him hither. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on, to think me as well a sister as a wife, one day shall crown the alliance on it, so please you, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him, so much against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
Oh, sister, you are she.
Is this the madman?
Aye, my lord, the same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you peruse that letter. You must not now deny it is your hand, and tell me in the modesty of honor why you have given me such clear lights of favor, bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to put on yellow stockings and to frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people. And acting this in an obedient hope, why have you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geck and gull that e'er invention played on? Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I confess 'tis much like the character, but out of question 'tis Mariah's hand.
Good madam, hear me speak. Most freely I confess, myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him. Mariah writ the letter, at Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he had married her.
Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. I was one, sir, in this interlude. One Sir Topaz, sir, but that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad, but do you remember, madam? Why, laugh you at such a barren rascal, and you smile not, he's gagged. And thus the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him, and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet. When that is known, and golden time convents, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come, for so you shall be while you are a man. But when you are in other habits seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
When that I was and a little tiny boy, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain, it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, gainst knaves and thieves men shut their gates, for the rain, it raineth every day. But when I came last to wive, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never thrive, for the rain, it raineth every day. But when I came on to my our beds with hay-ho, the wind and the rain. With tossed pots still had drunken heads, for the rain, it raineth every day. A great while ago, our world begun with hay-ho, the wind and the rain. But that's all one, our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every